of ROI Finder, let's welcome to the stage Cato Zackerson and Hussein Jaffer. Come on now, guys.
Morning. Morning.
Morning.
How's everyone doing?
Good.
Should keep my jacket open. This jacket used to fit, but that's okay. Very much it fits. Well, investing in real estate, finding income properties, right? I can see it. You guys are like, oh no, another one of those guys, right? Okay, I feel it, I understand. So, when we think about that, finding investment properties, we run into a few adjectives. You know, it's frustrating, it's time consuming, it's inaccurate, and it could very well be intimidating. Well, myself, Hussein Jaffer, and my partner and co-founder here, Cato Zackerson, are here to show you how we've simplified that process and have taken those adjectives out of investing and finding investment properties. Now, the reason I know that investing in real estate and locating investment property is those words, real quick, is because of the issues that you have to take into account when you're finding a property. You know, whether you're a seasoned investor or somebody on the edge, you know, you've got to know your certain metrics. Besides the HOA, the taxes, and the property cost, and what you might rent it for, let's not forget, you know, renovation and, you know, the rehab right after you buy it, and how many times a year will the oven break, things like that. All the metrics that you need to have together when you're finding a property. And so that's what would take an investor who's savvy from, you know, I'm going to do this tomorrow and find another property to, you know, I need another month, I need more time. And take somebody who's on the edge with limited knowledge from, you know, I want to become a property owner, an income property owner, to there's too many metrics, there's too much in the eye, forget, I'm backing out. But once again, we've tried to solve this problem. But real quick, I'll tell you how we know that. How I know that is because I've been a real estate agent for 5 years. And in those 5 years, 90% of the properties I've sold have been to investors. And so I get it. I get the problem. Cato here, he's too humble to tell you, but he is the founder of the Norwegian version of Rent.com, which he sold off for $300 million. No, I'm kidding. But a good amount. So we get it. We're vetted. We understand the problem when it comes to investing in real estate. Now I'll tell you a quick story. 2016, summer, and I have a client who called me and says, Hussein, I want to invest in real estate, and I said, great. I was very excited, because since I started in real estate, I had a spreadsheet that I would show them, which I don't know if we can get that up, but there was a spreadsheet I would use, which many of you used in your job as a spreadsheet, and I put together all these beautiful formulas, and hey, you know, I'm so excited. You can modify the spreadsheet, enter your rent amount, and you know, once you click this button, your rent goes up, your rent goes down, and in big black text with a yellow background, it would show your ROI. And I still get a call. What's the ROI? What's going on? And then I take that spreadsheet and I take listings from the MLS and combine the two and say, well, here's a spreadsheet and here's the MLS listing, and this is your ROI, and try and correlate the both. And they still call me and say, well, this is not clean, it doesn't make any sense. And I said, you know what, there's got to be a simpler way to display what you're making, display an income property, and do it all at once. And that's when I texted Cato. And I said, you know, let's create this platform. And that platform here is at ROIfinder.com. I don't know if we can go live on the platform to go do a quick walkthrough, but I'd like to show you guys real quick the site.
Hang on, I give it to you.
Okay, great.
It needs work.
Well, that's the end of the presentation.
This is where we find out how good your dance moves are.
Really?
Yeah.
I just need some flat surface, like not this, and I would moonwalk. I could. Maybe some music. You sing some?
Hussein, while he's doing that, so you don't lose your time, could
Yeah.
you talk to us a little bit about the rest of the market? Like, there's got to be companies that are trying to sell.
Of course,
this,
absolutely.
right?
Thank you, guys. So, yeah, there is competition out there as to other companies that have real estate investing platforms. And to be frank, I encourage you to Google that and check that out tonight. And the other platforms, when you arrive at their site, look, this is simple, this is clean, this is elementary. When you arrive at their site, they either ask you to sign up as soon as you get there, or they ask you to pay to see an address, or they might focus only on single families, or they give you a calculator, but it's hidden inside somewhere. Whereas for us, as soon as you hit our site, you see our search feature, and then you hit listings, okay? So now that we're here, if we could click any one of these, so the Lemon Tree Lane, for example, as soon as you arrive, you see, boom, your gross ROI is 20%, your net ROI is 8%. Okay, we provide you the metrics, or the metrics are provided by those who are listing the property. The photos are there, the price is there, your estimated closing costs depending on cash or loan. And we continue to scroll down and we see, okay, what else is, the necessary items you need, right? All those metrics. But now, again, we spoke about a couple minutes ago. All those metrics needed, all the things you need to calculate in order to analyze if this is a good investment for you or not. And that's when we, for the last 2.5 years, have been working on putting in an analyzer and a calculator for you. So I'd like to show you a quick live example of that analyzer. Saying, for example, okay, here, let's say we're going to close this property at $40,000 and $1,000 renovation and $1,000 closing cost, and we're going to get $1,200 in rents. It starts calculating your gross ROI right here. Okay. Thereafter, you have a $250 HOA and a $500 insurance and a $500 property tax and a vacancy rate. And it immediately gives you your net ROI, your net cash, and your net monthly cash flow. So, real quick, now that you've seen that, we have the revenue model that we've discussed. I don't know if the slides, I'm sorry guys, the slides were here.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's fine, not a problem, not a problem. So our revenue model, which if you want to sit afterwards, we can discuss it, is based off of the front page, where you've got these 3 ad blocks here at $1,500 a block. And then if you go down, we have the featured listing at $250 a listing on this page and the secondary search page as well. So overall, in one market, we're anticipating a revenue model of about $324,000 per market per year. When I say per market, I mean just Orlando. Just here's where we started, okay? Again, we've spoken about our competition, and they have asked me to say, okay, what are you asking for? What are you guys looking for? Besides asking for the community to go out and use this site and analyze your own numbers and take 3 to 4 minutes to find an investment property,